Walk us through that play, and you probably didn't feel great, but be able to make a play after doing something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we always pride ourselves on here at Boise State is, giving full effort every single play, and that's what the expectation is, honestly. Like, I remember back when I was a freshman, we were down at Utah State, and Kamale had a very similar play, chased down I don't remember how many yards he ran for, but, that's really stuck with me ever since then. So it was kind of just like, it's bound to happen eventually, and I just made the most of the opportunity.
So when they're talking about you at the NFL draft, then they're gonna use that clip constantly, right?
Yeah.
That's what you do with Kamala, so.
But hopefully.
But kind of off that, you guys have been really good against the run this year, except for literally like 5 runs like that.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys noticed, and what can you do better to negate those big runs that teams have been able to get maybe once a game on you?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, is having great eye control, playing your responsibility, and executing your techniques and fundamentals. That's what we got to do better consistently, and that's what we constantly work on. So.
How do you feel like the guys behind you have done? I mean, we've asked about the linebackers. You lose a Leighton Vander Esch. That's obviously going to be a big void. Maybe they haven't had the production that a Leighton did, but how have the linebackers fared, and what do you guys see in that group behind you?
They do a great job. I have so much respect for everybody that lines up behind us, and I have so much trust in them too. Tyson, he's one of my best friends. Being able on and off the field, he's such a great guy, and I think that trust is there, and I think he does a great job, and I can speak the same for Riley and all the other guys that are behind them as well.
With that play, real quick, were you coming from the opposite side of the field?
Yeah, it was like a draw or dive play to the boundary, and I was coming off the edge and saw that it had hit and kept running, so I just tried to track it down.
I said, what immediately goes through your mind? Like, get after, try to take an angle and try to catch him, or like, what goes through your mind there?
Yeah, we work on pursuit drills all the time as a defense, because sometimes that does happen, where you get gashed, and that's one thing that we stress all the time is taking great angles towards the ball. So,
you playing the triple option? What's it like for a guy like you on the edge there?
Yeah, it's definitely the most disciplined that we have to be all year long. Playing different techniques and fundamentals that usually you don't have to play against a normal offense. Obviously, there is some, of the same position stuff, but there's a unique aspect, I would say, for sure, playing against Air Force, and that's one thing that they pride themselves on. Obviously, being a military school, the Air Force Academy, they're extremely disciplined, and that's one thing that, as a defense, we have to be disciplined with our eyes, our techniques, and fundamentals, and that's what we've been trying to stress this week.
How much does that game, a couple of years ago still sit with you guys, and just as a program, you guys haven't won down there before?
Yeah, that's something that, we've made an emphasis of this week, is the fact that we've never won down at their place. So that's a challenge that we're really excited to go attack this week, and we got to get out there and play the brand of football that we know we're capable of doing.
You ever seen the sign when you walk in the locker room? There's like a sign right there.
Yeah.
It says like you could die if you're not careful or whatever.
Yeah, it talks about the altitude, and obviously, mental warfare is as much part of football as the physical aspect of it as well, and I think the guys are ready to go. So.
You did, I mean, I don't know if it does matter, but you did play at Wyoming already this year, and they're even higher in elevation. Does that factor? Does that help? Does it matter at all?
I think physically and mentally we've been preparing for this all off season. Whether it be our running the decks outside during the summertime or running different conditioning drills. This is one of the games that we specifically, have in the back of our mind, because we know that the altitude is a deal. It's a big deal for some of the guys, especially us heavier guys. But yeah, so that's something that we've been preparing for, and we'll continue to do so.